Thank you very much, members of the 4 states and the people of Kenya. First of all, is to greet you Kenyans. My name is Anthony Karumba, Gen Z 001. I'm the president of One Tribe, One Nation Gen Z movement. First of all, let me start by saying we are here because of the current political status and the matters affecting our people, starting with our business people from Kamukunji. Now, let me first say this. We know that everything in Kenya is actually determined by the political direction. And today, as we said, and as we have consistently said before, that Honorable Ndindi Nyoro, you have discussed the matters concerning the people at the times before, and particularly you have been showing passion in economics matters. Today as we speak, it is so much painful these days. I mean, it's so much agonistic that Kamukunji people have spoken to us and have spoken to the nation with agony that they want to go for protest on Friday because of the import duty increment from where they have been paying 2.5 million to 3.2 million, an increment of 700,000. Now, first of all, I will start by this very economist who brand himself as economist, Honorable Ndindi Nyoro, the former chairman of Budget and Appropriation in the Republic of Kenya, in the National Assembly. You are dispensing knowledge in terms of the economic statistics. But my brother, where are you when people of Kamukunji are actually suffering, when there is an oppression by the oppressor? Fact is, in the Republic of Kenya today, as we speak on behalf of the fellow Kenyans, the oppressed, the poor, remains to be oppressed by the oppressors. And therefore there are few oppressors who have joined the class of the oppressors, but they are coming in disdain to pretend like they are for the people and by the people and to the people. Likes of them is Honorable Ndindi Nyoro. Look, why am I every time speaking about this one single character? It's not because we are fighting him, but it's because we want to deal with reality and tell Kenyans the truth. That first things first, when Ndindi Nyoro was the chairman of budget, today, the increment of the taxation that you are seeing our people, it is because the Kenyan budget is in a deficit of close to 1 trillion. We have a collection of of revenue of up to 3.8 trillion, and the budget is requiring 4.82 trillion. Therefore, we have a deficit of close to 1 trillion. And to collect this 1 trillion to fill that deficit, they are resolving to increase the taxes, and they have started with the Kamukunji and business people by increasing the import duty from where it has been. I, as one of the sons of this nation, Anthony Karumba, Gen Z 001, I pity the business community. I feel for you. I am with you. And I want to tell you, good people, that indeed, everything is going down. Everything is at a crossroad. You are in a very desperate moment, but some of these situations have been led by some of the leaders who have disdained and pretended to be for you, and they are against you. And likes of them is Ndindi Nyoro. When he was the chairman of budgets, he's the gentleman who proposed the increment of the budget of State House with 2 billion. The majority of the MPs were against that. But the gentleman went on to say and to convince them that let us approve this budget because chai ya State House iko juu na wale wanatembea huko wanahitaji kukula mandazi na hivyo budget iongezwe na bilioni 2. Ni nani aliparticipate katika kuongeza hiyo budget ya State House kama sio wewe Nyoro? Number 2, Dende Nyoro, we told you, we have seen you defend yourself, but we told you last time, right from the word go, your party and yourself, your party is dead on arrival. Because all along where have you been? That Kenyans have been afflicted. When Kenyans started saying that the government should go one term, it is because of the afflictions and the problems they were facing. And you are in Kenya. Dede Nyoro, are you a Ugandan? Are you a Tanzanian? Ama wewe umetoka hapa Kiharu, wewe unaishi nchi gani, my friend? When Kenyans were suffering and have been suffering, there is nothing new that has happened for you to now change your mind and say you're in one term. So stop coming with hypocrisy. When you went and actually lobbied for the increment of the import duty, ambayo saizi watu wetu wanalia, Kamukunji wanalia, Isli wanalia, wapi wanalia, kwa sababu wameongezwa ile import duty. Na wewe mwenyewe unakuja hapa kutuambia you are for the poor people. For the which people are you talking on behalf? I want to tell you that first of all, sisi kama vijana, I am the Gen Z 001. We gave you a condition and we told you, if you want to speak to Kenyans, begin by apologizing to the Kenyan people, because were it not for you coming to introduce those financial bills which were controversial and against the will of the people, we would have not led to the street way that led to the death of our people and led to agony and pain to our people. And therefore you are a hypocrite. And Honorable Dende Nyoro, the Kiharu MP, who is of course expiring from today, we want to tell you, we are here to give you a warning. We are here to tell you the reality on the ground. When the country is sinking in goonism, where you are the goon number 1. Why am I saying this? Look, there are 2 types of goons. A real goon, who of course is a desperate Kenyan who is given mastun na pesa handout, apige wenzake mawe na visu. And there is another one who pretends to be for the people and with the people, but in reality, he's working for the oppressors to oppress the oppressed for his own gains. And therefore, Honorable Dende Nyoro, in games, there is something called red card. And this is exactly what we are giving you today. One of the problems to the Republic of Kenya, the person who have led us to these problems, is none other than Dende Nyoro. When you are the MP, you are the one who was so close to power. The other day we were told by the speaker that indeed the letters of TSC comes from the State House. You were close to the State House when they were giving you opportunities to go around the country, giving you the most expensive choppers and private jets. But then, how many people did you get employed to the Teachers Service Commission? How many people did you get employed to the police service? How many people did you get employed to the defense? And therefore today, Honorable Dende Nyoro, listen to me. You are out of order. I'll see you. And therefore, Honorable Dende Nyoro, that is a red card. Your party, People's Party or whatever, PPP, it is out of order. The Republic of Kenya, dead on arrival. And Honorable Dende Nyoro, yourself in the political career of the Republic of Kenya, with your conmanship, with your disdain character, with your pretense, we want to tell you, referee ambaye ni Mkenya amekuongelesha, and you cannot tell us that now you want to have the solution for the country, because the problems we are having were created by you before you left that office. First of all, to the people of Kenya, and I want you to mark my word, I may not even be talking of this because of vendettas or anything. No. But we are speaking the reality because that is what can save us as Kenyans. A time comes when we say enough is enough. You can fool some people sometimes, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Look, Honorable Dende Nyoro, I want to ask you a question. Wewe, wakati ulikuwa chairman wa budget 2024, sisi vijana tuko na machungu zaidi. Kwa sababu ulikuwa moja wa wale ambao walikuwa naambia wenzenu wa bunge wapitishe hiyo mswada. Na hiyo mswada tulikataa, mukapitisha, lakini wakati ilifika pale na sisi malalamishi yetu ikazidi na tukasema we are not going to stop, ilibidi president aipinge na aikanso wakose kusaini. Na wewe mwenyewe umetuonyesha tumbo mbele wananchi kando, tumbo mbele wananchi baadaye. Alafu unakuja kutuambia wewe ni president. President for what? For who? We want to tell you, as the young people of the Republic of Kenya, as we say that Ruto must go, we are also saying Kasongo will not go alone. Kasongo Junior is none other but Honorable Dende Nyoro. Ati Kasongo Junior ni nani? Kasongo Junior, we want to tell you, Honorable Dende Nyoro, you are Kasongo Junior. Na lazima uende pia wewe, kwenda kabisa na hiyo chama yako. We want to tell you this. Why are we speaking with pain? It is because today the Kenyan people are suffering and they have no one to cry to. When we talk about developed countries that were at some point at par in terms of development status with this country called Kenya, likes of Malaysia, likes of Singapore, likes of South Korea, those countries, there is one thing they embraced, and that is telling each other the truth, and that is what we have embraced. There is one thing they embraced, and that is called passionate fight against corruption. When we talk of corruption, corruption must end in this nation for the young people to get jobs, for the young people to restore hope of these young people. Corruption must end. It really suffocates our hope. It really kills our true hope to be called Kenyans. When we hear that for you to get a job as a teacher, you don't need the meritocracy way of achieving and doing what is needed for going to school, getting the required papers, but indeed what you need is to know who is who. Kwani sisi wengine watoto wa maskini ni wanani? Kwani sisi si watoto wa Mungu? That kama una pesa ati 1,400, 500, maskini ambaye ni the low capital per capita of this country, you know where it is when you talk about the GDP of this nation, the gross domestic product. Sisi tunaongea kwa sababu sisi ni watoto wa maskini. Nyinyi matajiri mkikula mkishiba endeni mulale, lakini mjue kuna mtoto wa maskini ambaye ile anajua ili maisha yake iweze kubadilika ni kuenda shuleni, afanye bidii, apate hiyo barua, apate hiyo degree, apate hiyo certificate, apate hiyo diploma, apate hiyo PhD. Alafu akikuja huku tunaambiwa ati aende apatiwe barua, apatiane 1,400. My friend, fellow Kenyans, let us speak without emotions. Where are we heading to? If indeed the children of the poor will be discriminated just because they have nothing. We may have nothing, but we have a greater God. We may have nothing, but we have our voices. And we have the confidence of the people of Kenya that indeed, hauwezekani ati tuko na tume huru, independent institutions, likes of the Teacher Service Commission, likes of all these institutions of government, alafu tusikie ati inakuwa politicized. Kwani, wacheni niwauliza jameni, politics comes after 5 years of leadership and governance. Unataka kuniambia hakuna biashara ingine Kenya itafanyika kama sio siasa? Wanasiasa is the best time mutukome kama wa Kenya. Kwa sababu hii, watu wengi wanaumia na ile wanataka na wanauliza ni maisha mzuri, niende nifanye kazi yangu, niamke mapema, mimi ni mtu wa motorbike. nipige haso zangu, na jioni najua nitapata at least kitu kidogo ya kupea familia na kupeleka watoto shule. Alafu nasikia huyo mtoto unapeleka shuleni ati ndio apate hiyo ajira na amequalify, anaenda kuitishwa pesa na mtu fulani. Kwa nini? Is that the democracy we are talking about as a country? And that is why we are saying, the hypocrite politicians, we must call you out. Whether you kill us, there is no problem. But we will tell you, God is on our side. Whoever will dare to point at us, God will finish you. And we want to tell you, good people, hii nchi ya Kenya, wananchi wenzangu, vijana wenzangu, tafadhali, hawa wanasiasa ambao wanajaribu kutumia hera ati shilingi ambayo hizi tusaidia, unapewa 200, ukuje upige mwenzako kisu, upige mwenzako mawe. My friend, sisi kama vijana, Gen Z, we came to the streets to speak of accountability, to speak of transparency, to speak of good governance, to speak of end of corruption and tribalism, and to speak of a good and better country that gives a good environment for flourishment for everybody, regardless of your tribe, regardless of your background. Kwa sababu gani? Under the blue skies, there is but one family called Kenyans. When God looks down at this country, he sees his children called Kenyans. You are my brother, even if you speak a different dialect than me. You are my sister, even if I am a Kikuyu and you are a Karenjin or you are a Luo. And therefore, the person called Mr. Politician should not make me and you to fight for them to get to those positions. And when they get to the position, look at what they are doing to you. Ati saa hizi wanakuja kwako wewe ambaye umefanya education, umefanya law, umefanya education, umefanya medicine, umefanya nini? Ati lazima utoe kitu kidogo ndo upewe kazi. My people, I want to tell you, there is hope. Kenyans, there is hope. We the young people are the real Moses of this country called Kenya. We were brought by God to save our people from impoverism, from this current, colonialism by our own black people who don't care about us. Sisi watoto wa maskini, jameni, munasikia vipi wazazi wetu wale wakamukunji ambao tunategemea waende pale wauze kidogo wapate pesa kidogo watupeleke shuleni, wanalia kwa sababu munaongeza deni. Na sisi hata hatuna shida na nyinyi kukopa deni, hatuna shida na nyinyi kuongeza mataxes. Shida tuko nayo ni moja: when you come and increase the taxes yet you don't account our money, you are making us your slaves. Is there a difference between ule mzungu alikuwa anatesa wananchi na wewe ambaye uko kwa power na who protect hawa wananchi ambao wanajituma kila siku? We are speaking with pain, looking at what is happening in our country. It is so agonistic that our people have nobody to speak for them. Our people are suffering. Na sisi vijana wenu, watoto wenu, tunajitoa. Tulijitoa kuanzia 2024. Tukawaambia, Gen Z, we are a unique generation ambayo ilisema hatutapigia magoti watu ambao wanapora nchi yetu ati ndio watusaidie. Tutawaambia ukweli, wakitumaliza watumalize. Na wamemaliza wenzetu wengi, lakini Mwenyezi Mungu amekuwa na sisi. Na ndio tunasema hata saizi tukielekea mwaka wa 2027, watu wetu mumedanganywa na mambo ya slogans. Ukienda zile nchi ambazo zimeenda sana, the most developed countries, they don't speak about tribes, they don't speak about slogans, they speak about agendas, they speak about policies, they speak about principles, they speak about vision. Watu wetu wacheni niwaambie, hii mambo ya kuambiwa mimi ni mtu wenu, hii mambo ya kuambiwa ati sisi tukae kama Wajaluo tusupport huyu kwa sababu ni mtu wetu, hata kama haona maoni, jameni, lazima tuseme ishe. Hii mambo ya kusema ati wanasiasa tunarahisisha kazi yao kwa sababu wanajua hata nisipowafanyia kazi mimi nitakuja tu niseme wewe so and so ukanisha wa Kikuyu, wewe so and so shikanisha kura ya Wakamba, shikanisha kura ya Wajaluo, shikanisha kura ya Wakale, alafu 2027 ulete hiyo kura hapa. Wengine wanapewa pesa mingi, wewe kama maskini mwenye kupiga kura unapata nini? Si maisha yako ndio inafanywa ngumu zaidi. And that is why we, your sons and daughters, have come to say it is the best time we call for soberness. And soberness must come by first doing what we call telling each other the truth. Soberness must come by saying, as a country, we are in crisis. We have problems that need a solution. And for us to get us to a solution, we don't need noisemakers, likes of Kinandendi and others. Ati mnakuja kutuambia kuna shida ya hii, kuna shida ya hii, na nyinyi wenyewe ndio mmetengeneza hizo mashida. We want to make sure that we have leaders who are providers of solution to the problems that Kenyans are facing. And I want to tell you, our parents, mukituunga mkono kama vijana, kama Gen Zs, sisi tuta make sure tumeungana na tumehakikisha moving forward towards 2027 kiongozi ambaye atachaguliwa kama president haitakuwa kwa misingi ya kabila, haitakuwa kwa misingi ya tisijui mtu wetu, itakuwa kwa misingi ya what ideologies, what policies, what principles and what vision do you have for this country called Kenya. Kenya is a great nation. Kenya should not be a third world country. Instead, this is a land that is so prolific. It is blessed. Kila siku tunapata mvua, wakati nchi zingine zinalia ati hawana mvua. Kenya iko na mvua. Kenya tuko na milima ambayo inatupea mvua. Kenya ukienda kama ni Western, wako na miwa inafanya vizuri. Ukienda kama ni Nyanza, wako na Victoria hapo wanavua samaki. Ukikuja hapa Central, wako na kahawa, majani chai, maziwa. Na ukikuja kwa Wakenya wote, all the tribes, wako na bidii. Ndio maana wanajituma. Wengine wenzenu wameanza biashara, hata kama ni dogo, hata kama ni ya motorbike, hata kama ni ya duka kidogo, hata kama ni biashara gani kidogo, lakini wanajituma, hawakai tu. That means Kenyans are diligent people. But the problem we are having is because of bad governance. And that is why we said, sisi kama young people will not be silenced, but we will speak and tell you that enough is enough to bad governance. And this will start with me and you by knowing that as Kenyans we have no other savior except me and you joining hands as brothers and sisters and make sure we make the best discretion as one people called Kenyans. And I want to tell you finally as I finish that a heap of sheep led by a lion will always defeat a heap of lions led by a sheep. If we don't get a lion leadership, no matter how big and potential and prolific our land Kenya is, we will keep suffering. And that is a discretion we must make sure that moving forward, we debate it and we make the right choices. Thank you very much and God bless you all. Anthony Karumba here, Gen Z 001. Thank you.